Welcome back to the 7 Sports Cave. Time to talk a little bit NFL Combine. Guys, what's your 40 times? Do you know?
The fastest I ever ran, and I kid you not, I said this on air the other day, 4.69 I ran at Notre Dame.
Okay, that's not bad.
But here's the thing. Back then it was more of a hand-timed. Now it's everything laser.
Right. So you definitely shave off at least a tenth or so.
Right.
You know, a little bit shorter.
Right now I would be thrilled to come anywhere near 5 flat right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got no chance under 5'5".
No chance under 5. I was built for comfort, not for speed.
That's right.
That's the way I like to tell it. Is it overblown as an attribute to how good of a football player you're eventually going to be at the NFL because you can run a straight line fast? I think it is. I think it's a little bit more of like, it's a nice like thing and everyone's like, ooh, who's 40 time? But it's like, doesn't really matter.
I think at some point you do have to test speed, right? I think that if they figured out that's the best way to test speed, I guess sure. But yeah, I mean, running in a straight line, I guess the only way it really matters is if you're a wide receiver running a go route.
Right.
Maybe that's when it seriously matters. Besides that, it doesn't matter too much for a linebacker or a quarterback.
No, and if you are like a linebacker or a D lineman, then it should be like a 20-yard dash tops, because what really matters is off the ball jump. And if you're a slow starter, but you can get to top speed around those 20 to 30 yards well, that does the NFL team absolutely nothing.
Right. Chase Winovich, I think, had the fastest time in the shuttle drill, which I think is actually a little bit more of an attribute of like stop, go, back, forth, like, you know, kind of lateral quickness a little bit more than the straight line. But we're looking at Devin Bush. He had a 4.44 40. And then the big one, I think, is Rochon Gary with a 4.61. That for a big man, he's over 290 pounds or something like that.
I mean, Rochon Gary's super athletic, obviously. We know that. Super athletic, but was he very, very productive at Michigan? No, he really wasn't. So the thing is with the NFL, it's all about potential. It really is. And if they see him as an athletic freak, his talent alone is worthy of a top 5, top 10 pick, a team's going to take him. It doesn't even matter his numbers at Michigan. It's all about what the potential is, what he could possibly bring to the table.
The arguments that you're going to get in his favor are, number one, was he utilized to maximize his abilities at Michigan? There are some who would say, no, he was not. He was put in a position to better enable someone like Chase Winovich to pile up the sacks. Because at the end of the day, the team doesn't care who gets the sack. They just care that the quarterback is sacked.
Right.
The other thing is, I don't know if any NFL coach out there can resist the idea that they're going to be the one to take a guy from this raw talent, maybe not producing, to this massive win for the coach, win for the team superstar. I don't know any NFL coach who doesn't think they can do that.
That's probably one of the biggest problems with the egos in the NFL is everyone thinks they can take a guy off the street and turn him into a productive starter, a la the New England Patriot way, which sadly we see here. I do have to give kudos, though, to Matt Patricia. Obviously, I'm wearing my pin here for St. Jude.
Yes.
You know, Rich Eisen's done a really, really, really great job of bringing that to light and talking about Run for St. Jude. That's his, Run Rich, Run thing is all the proceeds are going to that. Former Lions head coach Mariucci challenged all the 32 coaches to make a donation, and Matt Patricia apparently made a very significant donation to St. Jude. So, way to go, Matt. Way to go, Matt. What's your favorite thing when you get past the combine? Is it just because we're closer to the draft?
I like when it gets to free agency so you can actually see what are the draft day needs. Because I think we make a huge deal now over what are the needs. Well, the Lions need a tight end, they need an edge, they might need a linebacker, they might need a corner. But come draft day, they may have already filled at least 2 of those needs.
Right.
You can really start to hone in on who makes sense, especially at a pick as high as number 8.
Let's ask this question, because I know you guys are going to field a ton of calls about it, and you already probably have. Tight end at 8.
Yeah.
You love it or you hate it? I mean, beat writers will tell you they don't care as long as they take the best player available. But is a tight end at 8 the best player available?
To be honest, I'm not going to take the easy way out and not give an opinion here, but I am torn on it because I think that without question, it is a need for the Lions. The Lions do need a tight end. They do. We can all agree with that.
Sure.
Now, would I go at number 8? I wouldn't. I think that A, there are bigger needs than a tight end, and B, you know what? The fan in me says, can we not draft another tight end, please?
I think that's where most of the hang-up is. What about Kyler Murray if he slips to 8?
No chance for me on Kyler Murray. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense in terms of matching the value of the asset that the number 1 8 pick is with the value of the potential impact right away. Matthew Stafford's not going anywhere, and I don't think that I want to. If I'm the Lions, I certainly don't want to use a pick that high like that.
I'd love it. I think it'd be a bold move. Now, I don't think he's going to drop to 8. I think that with the projections and with what you've seen, there's a very good chance that Kyler Murray goes number 1 overall. I hope everyone realizes this.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona would be smart to trade out of there and get more picks and then give that pick away. But lots is going to have to happen between now and draft day, as you said. Free agency, I believe, starts what, middle of this month at some point.
Very soon, yeah.
Very, very soon. All right, Michigan and Michigan State, though, we all know the clash, the rematch Saturday in East Lansing. We'll talk about that. We'll take our picks, and we'll talk about the potential impact. Charles Matthews may not be back on the floor for that game either. That's all coming up next. Make sure you use the hashtag 7SportsCave. What do you want to see the Lions do at number 8, or do you even like the Combine? You get your tweets coming up in a couple segments as well. Stay with us.